you guys. So I'm making 11 candles for Charlotte. That's what was requested by one of the person who's gonna be there, and they request different scents. So I'm gonna do 2 scents each, and then 1 scent that is different. So for 11, that's gonna be a total of 1,540 wax total, because for these little tin it takes like 140 fill weight for them. So I need to have 1,540 for the 11. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to get the correct amount up in here. So I'm trying to get the right amount, and I'm using a new wax warmer. I'll show you guys. I got it from Amazon. So $5.95. So I'm gonna fill the $5.95 and then the 1,000. That will be easier if you do it that way. 582, 590, 593, 596. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in. So I know now I need 1,000. So we're gonna do that, and I have the wax warmer is already on, and I'm gonna speed up couple part of the video just so that it's not too long and drawn out. So if you see me speed it up, that's what I'm doing, because it's same process, but I just want you to see how I'm preparing this. Okay, so I'm gonna do 500 and then 500 and make it the 1,000. So try to work smarter. Okay, there we go. So now we need 500 more. That's what I'm doing. I'm breaking down the wax over here. And I'm gonna turn it where you guys can see the amount on the scale. Okay, so we're almost to our 500 mark. 96, 98, 99, perfect. So we're gonna just put this in here. Make sure it's all empty out. Put this aside, and now I'm gonna go ahead and remove these gloves, and I'm gonna get started with cleaning my containers. So all you need is a piece of paper towel. You need your alcohol. And you don't have to do it too wet. It's just to get any debris that was left in the container from packaging. So that's the purpose of doing this right here. And also the adhesive is stick way better when you actually clean the container with alcohol first. So I was not gonna do a video, so that's why my setup is like this. Everything is all crunched up because I wasn't planning on doing a video, but I'm like, you know, why not? It's real quick. I'm gonna bring you guys along and just show you how it's done. So I'm gonna do this process real quick for you guys that's been watching my video prior. You know that what this step is. I normally could just look in here and tell where the wick needs to go by just looking at it. With making it for so long, but for beginners, if you're not sure and you don't want to have your wick like too much over here or too much here, you want it like completely center in the middle, this is what I will recommend. This, I got it off of Amazon, and pretty much what you do, you put it inside of the container and you kind of just move it to where you see the center, and you just take a Sharpie and you put a little dot, and this is how it looks for those that, you know, is struggling to have their wick in the correct placement. So, but for me, like I said, I really don't need this. I could just like look at it and center it, but I'm just showing you guys who are beginners. So like me, I'm looking at this right now without the placement, and it kind of helps too if you pick it up. It helps kind of make it a little better. Because you get to see the full container. So that's one way to do it. Then for me, I use the flat wick clip, because the reason why I use this one here, because when you burn the candle, it burned all the way down. You barely have any remainder wax in the candle, so that's why I use this one here. But it's okay to use the other one if that's what you want to use. I just prefer to use this one because of that reason. But it's totally up to you. It worked for me. So I do what works for me. And you know, if you guys have any suggestion, any feedback for me, don't be afraid to let me know. I'm not the type, you know, that, you know, take stuff personal, because we're all out here, you know, trying to do different things, trying to perfect our craft. So if you know of an easy way to do something, by all means, you know, just let me know. So this is what I do, and I just firmly press it down just to make sure it stay in place. And I'm gonna go in with my wick clipper, and I'm gonna just cut it like in a slantward shape. It burned better like that. So move on to the next, and you see that I'm using the same one here that I just cut. So that's saving your wick. You're not using too much. And the same thing, I'm gonna go in and cut this way, and I'm probably gonna cut it again once the candle is completed. But I'm just doing it where I would have the extra wood to go ahead and make these here, and showing you guys how I do it. But yeah, this is the process. It go pretty fast once, you know, you get your little flow. You go pretty fast. You know, at first you're gonna struggle a little, but after you get your flow, no biggie. So yeah, the same process over and over, same process. And these These little pieces that I have over here, you could still use those for like your tea light. If you make tea light candle, you could still use those for that. So, you know, you pretty much utilizing your wood wick if you make tea light. I normally make my little tea light for like sample, like what I will send to people, like if they order my candle, I will send them like a tea light sample candle just so that they know how the rest of the candles smell. And it would just be like one per order. And also I would normally do like a sample of shea butter as well. So that's what I do. Because, you know, it may be a scent that someone likes, but they don't know how it smells until they get that sample. Then it's like, oh, okay. So that's also a good little marketing FYI for those who is struggling with marketing. That's also another good way to market your product. And also the company that I do fulfillment for, I normally do that as well. I normally put a sample, either my shea butter, or I put a sample of a candle in there. This one here was already cut. Not a whole candle, the tea light candle. So they get a sample of how it smells, or I put a sample of the wax melt in there. So it's another form of marketing, free marketing at that. So that's what you do, and you see how quick that went by. I'm gonna just cut this as well, and I'm gonna get this out the way, clean up over here right quick so that we can move on to the next. So next, what I'm gonna be doing is measuring out my fragrance oil. Like I told you guys, I'm gonna be doing the same scent for 2 each. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna put it here where it's a little easier for me to work with. And this one here gonna have its own scent. So let's start with the Fierce. Okay, that went over a little, so we have to get some out. And this is the beauty of this this little container here. It's easy to throw back in the extra amount of fragrance oil. And the reason why I'm using this little stick here is because it regulates the flow. For those that don't know, before, as I stated in my video, I was wasting a lot of fragrance oil when I was just pouring it in without this stick. But this stick do an amazing job by regulating the flow of the fragrance oil. So we're gonna move on to the next one here. I do 10% for my fragrance oil. I don't differ from my 10%. I use 10%, whether it's my tin, whether it's my 10 ounce, I stick with 10%. Like I told you guys, I like to be consistent. I don't like to change up things, so I stick with 10% for those that were wondering what percentage I use. So we're just getting the all together. You know, tomorrow I have to drive that 5 hours to go to Charlotte. Am I looking forward for the drive? No. But am I excited about the candle class? Yes. Because it gives me an opportunity to introduce my product to new people. So that's the part that I'm excited about. But the drive, no. because that's 5 hours going, 5 hours coming. So yeah. Okay, this one here. So that's for that, that's that. So now I have to decide. Okay, there we go. Got it. And it doesn't matter using the same stick for the scents. You just kind of wipe it off with a paper towel and you keep it moving. It's not gonna hurt anything. Unless it's like a really strong scent like the tree tea. Oh, that's such a strong scent. Now that, I wouldn't use the same stick because that fragrance is so strong. Oh my God. I had it one time inside of the spot where I keep my fragrance oil, and some of them spill. And when it spill, I mean my whole little candle room was smelling like tea tree. And for those who know tea tree, it's a very strong smell. And I had to change out the box that it was in because it was so loud. I really didn't like that smell inside the room. And it was a couple of days and it was still smelling because that scent is so strong. Yeah, I had to end up, I think I had to end up throwing the whole thing away because it was like some residue and I just couldn't deal with that scent. So now that we have our fragrance oil pour, we're gonna move this over here a little just to get a little bit of organization because we're not working with much of a space here. It's very tight. So I'm gonna move this out the way. So this one here is for that, and this one here is for here. So I'm gonna move this out the way as well. Bring this down a little, move this down a little. Just trying to get room because I want you guys to see my new wax warmer. So I'm gonna show you guys how that look right quick. This is how my new wax warmer look. It already have the temperature gauge inside of there so that you know. And this is what the handle look like right here. I just got it, so I said I'm gonna try it out and see what am I working with. So I'm gonna check the temperature now to see if it's matching. So they say 254 and that's saying 2, yeah, it's matching. So what I'm gonna do now is start getting my pouring pitcher together so I could start getting everything together. So let's do that right now. Okay, so we're gonna get our scale back in place and we're gonna position it right here. Turn this so that you guys can see, and we're gonna turn it on. And we're trying to get to 280. Okay, so that's a little higher. So let me get the lower. Yeah, this is a little lower. Okay, perfect. So that's why you always have to have your stuff where it's easy to grab. And this here is still a little, it's not at the nozzle and I want it to be exact. So I'm gonna have to put this up a little so that I have my correct number. So bear with me, let me get this up a little higher. Okay, so I was able to get it up a little higher. So we're gonna check, okay, we're at the right temperature. So we're trying to get to 280. So let's get our wax going. So we're looking to get to 280. I'm gonna slow it down a little. And the flow is really good. I like this new this new little wax warmer. I like the flow. So we at 279.6, so not too far off, just a few drips to get us to the 280. We at 281, which and that's fine, no big deal. So what I'm gonna do is remove this, and I'm gonna put that there just to collect the excessive wax strip, and I'm gonna pour this in. And let me get my little spoon so that we can stir. Okay, so I got that. And what I do, I normally do this right here just to get the excessive fragrance oil from out of there. And you normally stir this here. Stir it for like 2 minutes, just so that the wax and the fragrance oil could combine together to give you like that strong hot throw and that strong cold throw. This is a very important part right here. So I know you guys want to rush just to pour it, but we need to wait. And also with doing this right here, you're actually stirring, and the wax is actually, the temperature is dropping to the temperature that you need it to be to pour. So that's why this is a very important part of the process. You're doing two things. You're combining the fragrance oil and the wax together, and the temperature is decreasing to the right temperature to pour. So, you know, you pour for 2 minutes, and I'm gonna speed it up because I'm gonna be doing the same thing for all of them. So I'm gonna speed this up so that we can get going with the process. So all you do now is take a little paper towel and you clean that spatula, and now you pour. And I normally pour on top of the wood wick. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next. Okay, so we have all of the fragrance pour into our container. So now all we're gonna do is try to clean up and get everything move out the way. That's what we're doing. So I normally just I would wipe this off with some paper towel, and then what I will do is boil some hot water, and then I will put that inside the hot water with some soap detergent, just to get, you know, the containers back clean and ready for the next pour. That's what I normally do. So I'm just cleaning out the pouring pitcher right now. And I really like this new wax warmer. It warmed the wax like really, really quick. It's actually better than the old wax warmer I was using. So I'm very much pleased with that purchase. I bought it to test it and see if I was gonna keep it, how it was gonna perform. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because I like how fast, you know, my wax got warm, and they have different settings for me to just have it on like warm or turn it up to whatever heat point that I want it to be. So I like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. And I like the faucet, how, you know, you have more of a control with the little handle right here. I like how you control it. And this here, it would never clog, because what you do now is just take this off and you just wipe right here, and you could wash this out with like hot water. so it's gonna never clog up or, you know, pour slowly or anything like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this as well. Just drop it into hot water with some soap detergent and let it just sit in there. And look how clean it is. There's no mess or anything like that. So I just turned that off, and I'm gonna put everything up right now and let these candles solidify. And once everything is solidified, I'm gonna come back and let you guys see the finishing touch of how everything looks. So this is pretty much my 11 candle here. I'm trying to keep it together so that the scents that I make, I will know the scent, even though I could smell it and determine. So yeah, that's it. So like I said, once it's fully solidified, I'll bring you guys back so that you can see the finishing touch. Okay, so this is the finishing touch of the candle that has been cured. And I have to make some more. I have to make about 20 more of these candles because I just got another phone call, and you know, they want me to bring some more candles. So I'm gonna be making the candles that the design one as well, just so that they will have those as well. Look at the top of this. Look how it's so clear. There's no sinkhole. Look how it's so smooth. Look at this, all of them. Look at this. So this is a new wax that I told you guys about that I'm using. I really love it. I could smell these candles, and I'm not even like, my nose is not even close to it. Look at this, so pretty. So you guys, this is it. Now I'm gonna be heading off to Charlotte. You guys have a blessed one. Bye-bye.